Everything's gone wrong. Nothing makes sense anymore. Hey everybody, welcome to another RWBY Reacts. Hope you're ready for some fun RWBY action. Pop. Today, we are checking out another episode of RWBY, and that episode is episode 3, This is Phenomenal.
This is it. This is finally it. This is...
Markiplier, no, that's not the video I want. Ignore Markiplier, he sometimes breaks into my house and yells things at me. So apparently what I've heard is this episode has somehow ramped it up even more. I did not think that was physically possible. But from some of my friends and when I did a stream, a lot of people are saying, wait till you see episode 3, Ryan. What the frick happens in episode 3? We had episode 2 where it was throwing bombshells at me like I was at a frickin' war, and apparently it's gonna up it again? If I had to take a guess, we are probably gonna get a lot of answers to the Salem-Ozpin dynamic. All I know is I am extremely looking forward to this episode. Of course, folks, if you'd like to check out the original link and more original content creator, the link will be in the description. So Ryan, if you had to take a guess, what exactly is going to happen between the Ozpin and the Salem? If I had to take a guess, it's going to be excessive amounts of making out. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. It's just kind of a blur of human bodies. You know what? I'll be right back. Because my dad has a unexpected student. And I have a feeling that I'm going to need my woo voice for this episode. So if I show up in a different shirt, it's because I had a lot of sex with myself. Boosh! It took me 2 days to get back. I haven't watched a single second. I haven't watched a single second of the episode. Big booty bitches, big booty bitches. What? Big booty bitches, big.
Locked away by her cruel father, Salem was a girl who desired but one thing.
Money.
Freedom.
Oh, yeah, that too.
She lived in a time when kings and their kingdoms were plentiful, when men and women were capable of greatness, and magic was a gift from the gods that all could wield.
You mean Ozpin?
And yet
oh, what the frick? Salem's got rainbow magic!
A legendary hero came to brave the challenges within the tower's walls. The people of the lands knew him as Ozma.
His name's
Unlike those who had
Ozma?
come before, this warrior was not driven by the prize of the young maiden's hand.
There's something really funny about the name. I can't put my finger on it.
And courageous soul prevailed.
Sounds like a Pokemon or a Pokemon trainer. That's what he sounds like. You saved me. I killed your dad, but
Wretched fortress.
yeah.
And yet, something bound them together.
The pact of
Ozma
murder.
had been ready to give his life for justice countless times, but now saw a woman worth saving it for. And Salem, to her surprise, found her freedom not in the outside world she had yearned for, but in the eyes of the man that had saved her.
So, where should we go now?
Wherever you'd like.
The two fell deeply in love, planned adventures around the world,
Wow!
and lived happily.
Wow, this is quicker than a fanfic relationship. Boy, oh boy!
Or at least, that's what should have been.
They touch them tips and pop!
Ozma, the infallible hero of legend, fell ill. And where all of
Don't
the
worry,
beasts and
I will
blades
find a
of the
young
world
boy.
had fallen short, a
I will
single
go into
sickness
him.
prevailed.
That's funny. I know a character that went that way too.
How could the gods let this happen?
I will train an apprentice and do this to somebody else.
Brothers of light and darkness, creation and destruction. Salem prayed they would see the injustice that had befallen her love and make things right.
What about all the other? What about the homeless people?
The domain of light.
They don't get no frickin' wish.
It was here the elder brother dwelled beside his fountain of life and creation. It was here where mankind would fall to ruin.
This doesn't actually do anything. It's just the nearest thing I got that I could bop someone with. That's combat in a nutshell. What is that? What am I looking at? Hold on, it's a macaroni and cheese deer. Who's calling? So is this supposed to be the guy who like created all humans or life or something? Because if so, why does he have antlers? Wouldn't he be like the guy who created you know, the animal people that for some reason the whole name is escape me? Also, I'm very disappointed. They should have given him a giant massive slug. I have the brain of a 5-year-old. Now that I've said that, these antlers just feel like, you know that guy with the giant truck, but has a really tiny penis? That's what he feels like. He's like, look at these big horns. Don't look down there! Eyes up here, buddy. I think I just cast a magical spell.
Please bring him back to me.
I understand your pain, but you demand of me that which I cannot make so. Life and death are part of a delicate balance.
What are you, the fucking golden Slenderman?
So...
I don't like his face, man!
Don't do it then?
To disrupt the cycle of...
That's not fair. That's not fair!
Alright.
Let him rest.
You had the opportunity. You could have wrestled him. You got that boy in a headlock. You'd bring him back. Oh, God! No. Stop pulling the antlers! You gonna bring him back!
The god of darkness.
Yeah, I too go to the god of death to
None
bring back
dared to
someone.
enter his home.
Hey, you're really good at killing people. Could you do the opposite, though?
From his blackened pools of annihilation.
I've been waiting for someone to ask me that for years.
And so you must understand the Dark Lord's surprise when he found a lone woman kneeling before him.
Ew! Ew! Oh, God! Tell the Dark Lord he needs a chiropractor. No, seriously, I feel like that would fix all the problems. Just one good crack and be like, you know what?
She
I don't want to kill anyone anymore.
And professed that she knew only he could answer her prayers, all while careful to make no mention of his elder.
Rise, child, and let your faith in me be rewarded.
I don't think I expected how polite the evil one was gonna be like. I thought that was Ren. I did. I was like, who's this? Oh.
Where am I? What is this? Where am I?
Whoops.
Everything's going to be okay.
Wrong timeline.
What have you done?
I have done what I please, brother. You may bask in the powers of creation, but you do not own them.
This is not creation.
Do not lecture me.
I mean, he's right. It's technically necromancy. It says recreation.
I will do what I must to maintain order.
Hold on. So, twice? Osmond Pirard twice? And not to be outdone the first time, this time, he really did Pyrrha! What the frick? What's your deal, Golden Antler Boy? I find it weird that the evil guy was just like, yeah, I'll do it, no strings attached. I was waiting for that moment where he's just like, but now you have to work for me, which probably is gonna happen. This is probably the part when she turns to Salem because she sold her soul to the devil or something. But he was awfully polite for someone who's evil, by the way. He's just like, alright, I mean, sure. Will it piss off my brother? Probably. You betcha, sweet Pippi, I'm gonna do it. Because isn't that what all good relationships are about? Pissing off someone else. I forget how they're related. Were they related or was it just something else? I forget the whole light and darkness thing. The goat and deer dynamic.
Bring him back!
You dare enter my domain and show such disrespect!
This is... No! You're not gonna peer him 3 times!
Ever in your favor. And yet the day a mortal comes to pray at my feet before your own, so do you arrive to lay your judgment upon me.
Woo! He turned into a... Oh frick, I forgot the witch's name from Disney movie.
I know we have our differences, but I have not come here with the aim to control you.
Well, that's not fair. You're Shenron. You should have granted her wish.
For her.
Not enough balls.
This woman came to you only after I denied her pleas. Pleas that would have disrupted the balance that you and I created. Together.
Why?
Then it seems I owe you an apology. Allow me to correct my
I'm
mistake.
confused. How would that... What the frick? 3 times? No wonder Osprey's a grumpy old man sometimes.
You monsters! Give him back to me! Give him back!
How'd you get up there? Guess you need to cool off. Or not.
When you first came to me,
Apparently,
I did pity you.
when you kiss God, you trip
It
some
is
major
clear now
balls.
that your selfishness and arrogance have led you astray.
What did you do to me?
I have made you immortal.
Wait, what?
You cannot die. You cannot be with your beloved.
Oh.
So long as this world turns, you shall walk its fate.
Ah, shucks, guys. That sucks.
You must learn the importance of life and death.
Well, except for the fact that I won't ever experience the other half. Okay, I'll see you later.
Salem was a prisoner once again. Her fruitless attempts to reunite with Ozma eventually became nothing more than acts of spite and defiance against the gods.
This could be great at parties.
Were not as powerful as they seemed. She had lied to them, turned them against one another. They were fallible. If she were to turn humanity against light and darkness, she could rid herself of their curse. Or at the very least, she could make them suffer. Salem traveled from one kingdom to another, telling tales of how she stole immortality from the gods, welcomed any swordsman to cut her down, and demonstrated her powers. With the kings and queens in awe, she pulled them deeper into her scheme. She painted them pictures of a time when they would no longer have to watch their loved ones wither and die.
How did the gods not see this extreme flaw in their plan? I get it, it's poetic, right? But it's also poetically stupid. You're not gonna see your loved one, cause I'm gonna make you have a power that people search for millennia. Got ya. Am I the only one that finds that a little weird? Like, I understand where the story's going, like it's a poetic thing, but it just seems really weird to punish someone with something that is, you know, more of a blessing than a curse. Also, how did they not see in their major plan that, oh wait, we just gave someone eternal life who could literally kill everyone. Literally, she could wipe out everyone. It'd be different if like the dark side I don't remember what to call them. The dark side did it because that didn't make sense. But the fact that the one that is about life thought this was a good idea is mind-blowing.
With the kings and queens in awe, she pulled them deeper into her scheme. She painted them pictures of a time when they would no longer have to watch their loved ones wither and die.
Yeah, all you have to do is trick them suckers.
The powers of their creators for themselves, and in turn perfect their own designs.
I too respond with "Oh!" when I'm not really sure about things, but I just like yelling.
The gods had hoped that Salem would learn from her eternal curse, and she did.
Oh man, for gods, you guys are real stupid. I gave a man the ability to destroy the earth.
Down this path.
Why the frick did he destroy it, though? Man, I didn't see this coming. I mean, what'd you guys expect?
My own gift to them, used against me.
Oh! 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 No more drawings anymore. I will make sure it will always be 3D animation. You monster!
You thought there was no greater punishment we could bestow upon
No,
you.
it really wasn't a punishment. It was a poetic punishment, and it was stupid.
Massacre. Build a new army.
You do not understand. There is no one left
Did you just Thanos?
of all that remains of humanity.
This planet was a beautiful experiment, but it is merely a remnant of what it once was. We will learn from this failure. I hope that you will learn from yours.
No, you can't leave. You can't leave.
Well, you know what?
Still demanding.
The fact that I know I'm smarter than a god makes me feel good inside. If I was the Punisher, I'd probably send her to another dimension. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, there's gonna be a lot of dead dinosaurs.
Once again, Salem was alone. She cursed the gods. She cursed the universe. She cursed everything.
I mean, I don't really blame him. I think I'd do the exact same thing she's doing.
She wandered the
'Cause
face of the
fuck
planet,
them!
awaiting a death that would never
You're
come,
assholes.
until fate led her back to the land of darkness. This was it. This had to be it. The Brothers Grimm, the pools of black that continued to give rise to horrific nightmares. If the Fountain of Life granted her immortality,
Also, did she say
then
Brothers of
surely
Grimm?
the pools of Grimm would finally take it away. She was wrong. This force of pure destruction could not destroy a being of infinite life. Instead, it created a being of infinite life with a desire for pure destruction. And in time, she would find her adversary.
And a fetish for slime. Shit, those side effects are intense. If Pyrrha showed up, that'd be the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. You too? 3 times.
Ozma.
I goofed.
Where am I?
Don't worry about it.
We are between realms. I'm afraid a tragedy has befallen your home at the hands of my brother. We have chosen to depart this world, but in our absence, I would like to offer you the chance to return to it.
I don't understand.
What?
Mankind is no more, yet your world remains. And in time, your kind will grow to walk its face once again. However, without our presence, they will be but a fraction of what they once were. Creation, destruction, choice, and knowledge were the ideals upon which humanity was made. Now, I leave them behind with the hope that you may learn to remake yourselves. If brought together, these 4 relics will summon my brother and I back to your world, and humanity will be judged. If your kind has learned to live in harmony with one another and set aside their differences, then we shall once again live among you, and humanity will be made whole again. But if your kind is unchanged, if you demand our blessings while still fighting amongst yourselves, then man will be found irredeemable.
Time out! Time out! Time out! Time out, King Macaroni and Cheese. Calm down for 1 second. Can we just have a little, I want to have a little chat with people watching my video. Hold on 1 second. So you punished Salem for wanting to bring back her boyfriend. So you gave her eternal life. And then that backfired immensely. And you blew up everyone on the earth. Well, your brother did, not technically you, but, you know, there was still a big Thanos moment there. Oops. And then your backup plan is to do the one thing that she asked you to do, but you couldn't do, and you said no. What? Oh my god, this guy has the actual mind of a deer. Oh!
And your world will be wiped from existence. Until your task is complete, you will reincarnate. But in a manner that ensures you are never alone.
I'm sorry, but that world just isn't as dear to me without her.
Oh no, she's there.
If
The
I
only
may,
one.
I'd rather return to the afterlife to see Salem.
You will not find her there.
You mean she isn't gone?
It's
Salem
complicated.
lives, but the woman you hold dear in your memories is gone. Heed this warning. Where you seek comfort, you will only find pain. So, will you?
I'll do it.
Very well.
I raised my non-existent
Our
eyebrow
creation
at you.
rests within your hands.
And so,
4 Pyrrha moments in 1 episode? Well, it's only fair. It's only fair that one. He's like, listen, this is my way of saying sorry.
Where am I?
This is just a nice lesson to be learned here. If a monster's attacking you, don't just try to write your name in the air.
Please, tell me your name. Who are you?
Osbo. It's my new name. Gotta make a new name every time.
He didn't know.
Ozma had found himself in a world completely unfamiliar to him. Cities looked different. Creatures known as the Faunus.
Faunus,
wore
thank you.
fangs
That
and
was
claws
bugging the
and were
shit
locked
out of
away
me.
in cages. And without the blessing of the gods, no one could perform magic like mankind was once capable of. No one but himself and a woman known as the Witch.
Is this gonna explain
During
semblance
his
then?
years of travel, he heard the same frightened whispers that spoke of a terrifying
Is it gonna be
force who
Grandma
commanded
Goggles?
dark powers in the wilds among the beasts and monsters. Ozma was convinced that this witch was Salem.
She
And
tried
decided
very
he needed
little to
to see
board
what
up her
she had
door.
become.
Why do you have one board? And it goes in that way! What's... Oh.
Call it magic or call it something stronger. But in that moment, the two knew exactly who it was that stood before them.
Oh, they gonna tongue wrestle.
What do we do now?
Whatever we like.
Oh no!
As Salem and Ozma recounted the events which had brought them back together, each withheld parts of their story. Salem, fearing Ozma would reject her, blamed the end of the world on the gods. Ozma,
And for some
still
bizarre
unsure of
reason,
where
the
the
gods
truth
brought him
lay,
back anyways.
kept his task and the relics a secret.
Because whoops!
Though time passed and all seemed well, Ozma's conversation with the god of light still lingered in his mind. He had found happiness, but humanity seemed more divided than ever before.
Are you surprised? This world is quite literally godless. These humans have no one to guide them. Perhaps that's all they need.
What are you saying?
We could become the gods of this world. Our powers surpass all others. Our souls transcend death. We can mold these lands into whatever we want. What you want. Create the paradise that
What
the
do
old
you
gods
want?
could
More
not.
slime. You
The
didn't have
hearts
that
of
kink
men
when I first met you.
are easily swayed.
Let me show you something called wham. What? What? Surprise! It was a party ball bird. Come on! No candy? That would have sold me. But otherwise, forget about it.
The two amassed a following. That following grew into a prosperous kingdom. And at the head of that kingdom blossomed a family.
Oh! The maidens! Oh shit, so the old man's story was just a fairy tale, but there was some truth in it, I suppose.
Are we sure this is right?
You said we needed to bring humanity together. In order to do that, we have to spread our word and destroy those who will deny it.
That's right, you still got that destruction
What are we
going.
doing?
What the frick? Honey, does your reflection talk to you too?
This isn't what he asked.
That's a lot of weird things that happen.
What did you say?
Mother! Father! Look!
It was a miracle. Their children could perform magic. But what should have been a joyous occasion was short-lived. Ozma told Salem everything. The true reason the God of Light had brought him back. The relics that lay scattered around the world. And the day of judgment he had been told to prepare for.
Don't you see? None of that matters anymore. Why spend our lives
Where
trying
did
to
people
redeem
go when they
these
die
humans
then?
when we can replace them with what they could never be?
This is truly a fascinating episode. Uh-oh.
Mommy?
It's like a thing in slime. Oh, don't come in, kids! Oh, no. Oh, right in front of the kiddos, huh? I could be mistaken, but I think you had a bad case of the cartoon toots there. Because that certainly was not 3. Oh, boy. Dude, you knew your wife couldn't die. Why'd you even try? Oh, no.
We finally had freedom.
This is the second time she's done that to him this episode. Oh.
Thus began a long and painful cycle of death and rebirth for Ozma. Some
I was a
lives were
fisherman
spent in
and an
nurture.
alcoholic
Many
this
were
time
spent
around.
attempting to forget it all. But no matter
I was a
what,
nerd this
his mind
time.
would eventually turn back to the task he had been burdened with. And as the centuries went on, Ozma began to learn the importance of living with the souls with which he had been paired. But
I
no
feel
matter
bad,
where
because
or
if-
how he lived, her presence was always
It
felt.
feels like Ozma
If humanity were ever to stand a chance of being united,
felt the pain
one
that they
thing
wanted
was
Salem
clear.
to feel. over and over
Had
again.
to destroy Salem.
Knowing he could never rid the world of her through any mortal means, Ozma sought out the power of the relics. Armed with my knowledge, he believed he could fulfill his promise to the God of Light.
Who's this one? I like this Ozma.
Where are the other relics?
He asked me his questions.
What powers do they possess?
And though I gave him my answers,
How do I destroy Salem?
not all of them were to his liking. You can't.
Then why are you still trying? Well, I guess. Well, I guess there is one way to do it, is bring back the gods. I suppose. But whoa, was that a freaking action-packed episode? Not action-packed, that's the one word it wasn't. Freaking wow! I didn't expect them to not just give me backstory, but just explain everything. Well, they didn't explain semblance. Why do semblances exist? Why if they don't have magic, but they still technically have weird magics? I don't know. But like I said, I'm gonna rewatch this entire episode because I have to see if my opinions changed. Because this entire episode really just feels like the gods on damage control. That's what this is. They try to get fancy with it, and they fricked everything up. We'll give you eternal life, so you'll learn what it's like to watch death over and over again. But then forgot the important part of, oh wait, that's probably not the best thing to give somebody. It feels like the Raven all over again. I gave you the power to become a Raven. It's not really any side effects. You just have it, but for some reason, you're really pissed about it. This one, a little less, because you can understand. But how did they not think this through? How did they not think, oh wait, giving someone eternal life probably isn't the best idea? You already saw that there was a dimension where it was just nothingness, right? They couldn't put her there, but instead, they freaking tried to get fancy with it and made an ass of themselves. And then they're just like, well, oops, guess we gotta judge all of humanity. Because, like, I don't know, 20 of them listened to someone who we gave them godly powers. And then it all fricked up. And I still don't understand the whole, like, the dark gods listen, like, yeah, I'll bring him back. And the other one's like, no, you're fricking it up. I said no. It's like two brothers push each other. No. Frick you, jerk. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but after all of this, I feel more bad for Salem than I do the good guys. I mean, I don't really blame Salem for it. It's like, my husband died because of a virus. I went to one. He said no. I went to the other. He brought him back, and all of a sudden, oh, you done did it. Well, one thing's for sure, folks. I'm really glad that this is a season I caught up to because, whoo, I really want to freaking talk about this. I wish some of my friends watched this so I could talk to them about it because, oh, howdy. This one is good. But like I said, I'm going to rewatch this before I read your comments from last episode because I want to know if there's truly something I'm missing here. Like, are they truly that stupid, or did I miss a bit of information that would have kind of explained them? It really just feels like we're gods and we're making the rules, bitch. But it's unlike other religions where it's like, here's the rules. This one is, we're not telling you the rules, but if you break them, we're gonna Thanos the world. Anyways, I will do my research and rewatch the episode. Until then, I'll see you in a second when it's Future Ryan and he'll read the comments. But anyways, I'm back from the future, boys. And that means I've watched the episode twice. I didn't really miss much, actually. rewatching it, I just kind of, I mean, I found like one or two very small things that don't really make a difference. But, yeah. I mean, I did write a bunch of notes, though. So, that's good. But, in the end, I didn't really gain much else from it. I still feel exactly the same. Oh, the other thing I realized while rewatching it was the scene that the daughter shows the magic, right? And she's like, look what I can do, and it's got the magic, which I thought about, and that means she got that from her mother's side, because she's the only one left that has magic, because she's the last of that breed. But then it hit me, oh wait! They got the ability to reborn themselves from their father. Because if you remember, the maidens transfer bodies just like Ozpin. So that's an interesting little fact. It didn't hit me till I rewatched it. I went, oh, well, that explains that. Anyway, so yeah, in the end, I really ended up hating them more than Salem. Because Salem was kind of a tragic story. And that was just more tragic because they were an asshole and they wanted to be poetic. They tried to make it fancy, and it made me hate them even more because I'm like, you just did that because you're like, I'm a god and I gotta do stuff fancy. I can't just do things simple because, look at me. The other thing I wanted to bring up in question for you guys is, how are there still humans? That really made no sense to me. Like, because that's one of the things I wanted to rewatch and find out is, I thought what I was gonna say is just like when he blew up a bunch of people, but then there was some left. But no, he very strictly says, no, there are no humans left. And then he does this weird line that was just like, once humans get off their face, they'll come back. But what does that mean? Are you implying that they evolve into humans? But would that mean they are humans? Because you already made humans, and then if there are these new humans that were evolved from a different creature, then technically they wouldn't have been humans, right? They would be, yes, technically a form of human, but still a different breed, which I guess is true because one has magic, one doesn't. It's very confusing, guys. Though I did realize in that fact that it explains faunuses, because then it would have, you know, explained why animals became humans. So yeah, I don't know, guys. That one was like, it seemed like such a big loophole because of how vague it was, just saying, yeah, they'll just come back. Why did you extinct everyone if you didn't really have anything to explain them coming back? Makes no sense! Oh, the other thing that I found very strange is that, you know the part where Salem kaplunks herself into the pool of goop? And then she comes out and then they said she's now she's immortal and only craves destruction. But then the next scene is, her coming out of a shack and then falling in love again. Which, I guess the in-between period, you have the war that was going on, so I imagine she was controlling the Grimm. But I'm not really sure if she was truly controlling the Grimm, because after that, when the giant bird shows up, she just shows up and crunches it into a ball. So I don't know if the Grimm were just being Grimm, or if she was controlling the Grimm. If she wasn't controlling the Grimm, then her pure destruction was to make a really shitty shack and then sit really grumpy in a shitty shack. Who's calling? Is that Bernie Burns? Frick off, Bernie Burns. I can give my opinions. But really, the victim in this entire scenario has to be the moon. What the frick, guys? What did the moon do to you? You just so grumpy that you couldn't frickin' swerve to the right? No, you had to go, ah! We'll show that mood. So yeah, folks, that's pretty much what I gathered out of rewatching it. Man, what an episode. I don't think there's ever been a RWBY episode where I truly had to rewatch it to gather up all the information and process it. But yeah, in the end, I'm kind of rooting for Salem. Like, if Salem brings back the gods and kills them, good for her. Good for her. I mean, the whole pure evil thing's a problem, though. Her trying to destroy the world. Can't we just, like, shoot her up into space or something? Wouldn't that fix the problem? I guess not. But you know what's gonna happen, guys. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen, guys. It's only a matter of time till Ryan ascends to the same color as that as Captain Macaroni and Cheese. Jeez Louise, son. What's gonna happen is they're gonna gather up all pieces. The gods are gonna show up and go, "We give to you Bumblebee," and then they just start making out, and then the ending is them living life together, and then them just kicking the shit out of all the Sun fans, and then all the bullies of Bumblebee gather around and hold hands like it's the end of the Grinch, and then they light our bodies on fire. That's the sick world that Bernie Burns wants. All right, I ain't gonna have it. I ain't gonna have it. I ain't going out without a fight. Oh, and by the way, you know what those burned corpses did? Which, by the way, Roman's on top. You know it will be. All their sacrifices will bring Glinda back to life. She'll just like be like this. Oh. If any of that comes true, I am going to Texas. I don't know what I'm going to do down there, but I'm going to Texas. And I'm going to knock on every door until Bernie Burns opens up a door. I'm going to say, stop! Stop it! I will cause no harm to you, but go fuck yourself. Anyways, let's read some comments. You know this chapter is good when it gets serious reactions out of him. What are you trying to say, Nico? Are you saying that I'm 90% meme reactions? Now I'm mad at myself for having a serious reaction for 2 episodes. Hupatooey! What is Ozpin hiding from us? No! My porn folder! And to be fair, I mean, it makes sense. Because let's face facts. Ozpin's been through a lot of bodies. He's picked up a lot of kinks. Too many kinks, if you ask me. Oh, I'm an alcoholic in this one. Well, I guess that's gonna be my fault. Oh, wait! I'm into scat. Well, at least this helps. Oh, God, why, right? Not gonna lie, young white Salem is so damn cute. Also, I wonder how old Lady Maria was feeling about all this. After introduction, they just let her hear about the relics and all those stuff. Yeah, I know she will probably die before the volume ends because of some lack of medicine-ness, or just from her being old. She might as well trip on a snowflake and break her neck. Are we really all just expecting the old lady to die? Is that where we're at? By the way, it just hit me right now. There's a very good chance that that old lady is going to be a maiden. I'm going to take a whack and say Winter. If I had to take a guess. And then it's going to go to Winter. Because fuck you, that's why. Her name's Winter. Oh God, what if Whitley gets it? He must transcend the world.
I'm gonna make a snowflake collection.
That's where you're gonna use the maiden powers from? You're a guy, you're not even supposed to have it.
I don't care. I'm gonna make a snowman that's gonna sing to me. And then we're gonna be best friends, because I don't have any friends. And I'm gonna use this to make all the friends. But I always go in that greenhouse. Curse my love of plants!
I like how everyone turned on Ozpin as soon as they realized how much of a liar he was. It is funny how everyone instantly considered him to be a liar, because really, is someone who keeps secrets a liar? I don't think so. If someone doesn't tell you something, you can't just say they're a liar. Like, how old are you? I'm not telling you. What a liar. But in the end, he just didn't want to admit the truth. That he tapped that. Praise Roman's hat, our Lord and Savior. Now someone's talking with logic. Now someone's talking with logic. It ain't frickin' Captain Macaroni and Cheese or his brother, the King of Limbo. No! It's Roman's hat! Because inside that hat is all my hopes and dreams. And dandruff. Yes, Ryan, the relic is growing and shrinking. Wait, so that wasn't just me hallucinating? I thought it was the shrooms I was taking. That's what Mario taught me. If you take shrooms, you grow and shrink. But, here's the question. Is it growing and shrinking because that's his ability, or is it growing and shrinking because of weird, graphical things? I have bad news, boys. The ship list has not been updated. No. Don't make me cancel the show right now. I swear to God I will, man. None of the characters are on the list yet. What is my purpose? To wait, man. To wait. For as long as ships exist, they will come. And they will come hard. Grandma Maria has some big eyes to better see RWBY with, don't you think? And some big ears, too. Better not look too close at her teeth. I mean, I get this is a joke comment. But what if that was? I know that, like I said, I know this is just like a joke comment, but it really made me think, oh, what if that is RWBY's grandma? But then again, I guess she's, you know, darker skinned. I guess I'm reading too much into it. I don't think she's gonna turn into a werewolf. But you know what? I'm gonna read this comment just in case the small chance that this fine person predicted that grandma being a werewolf, because touche, I didn't see it coming. What would happen to you if Glinda and Roman showed up at the same time in the same episode? I would feel pure adulterated normalness. So much hate, all the hate in the world, all the love in the world slapped together. I'm probably gonna feel exactly how I feel right now, just totally monotone and just I don't care. Nah, I'm just kidding, probably pure rage. You know, I really am surprised that they didn't give Glinda a new voice actor. Because if you think about it, they've technically done it before with Ren, right? They had Ren come back, well, it's much different. By the way, I got my legs in here. I didn't just grow boobies for the scene. Felt it's appropriate that I explained that. But yeah, I know that's much different. I know, like, you have the tragic passing of someone that was very, I mean, created the series, versus, you know, someone who's being an asshole. But still, it's weird that they just throw him away. Did they think that the fans would be mad? I don't know. Or maybe there could be some legal stuff. I really don't know. I would have asked Jin, when did I fail No Nut November? And she would have replied with, right now. I can't believe Ozpin stole Salem's cookies, so she went evil in retaliation. Well, if by cookies you mean her virginity, then yeah, you're right. They were a delicacy. I'm glad I decided to watch your reaction videos of this season, because I am thoroughly enjoying this. You are entertaining and funny as ever. Also, I'm impressed by the pace and the storytelling in this season so far. It feels like they stopped holding back, if that makes sense. Not to mention, we finally got to the point where they will explain Ozpin and Salem's story. I've been wondering about that ever since Salem was revealed. Combined with their co-narration in the very first episode of Season 1. What did Oz do to piss her off so much? Was she about to die and he turned her into what she is now to save her? Now I'm really curious. It is fun to read all the different like theories about Ozzy Boy, because they really got you with that one. They made Ozpin look evil, so the intrigue level they got on there was on high level, which is that's fantastic storytelling, because that makes you want to tune in for the next episode. But yeah, the storytelling has been fantastic this season. You can really tell they're trying to get people to come back, because I've actually talked to quite a bit of people who actually quit halfway through season 5 and never finished it, which I don't know what it was that really made people quit, because when I talked to them, it didn't seem like, because there wasn't enough fight scenes, there was something else that just made people go, I don't care. Also, thank you for the really kind words at the beginning. I'm really glad that you're enjoying the series so far. Why wasn't Weiss making snow angels, you ask? Well, Ryan, she's the ultimate snow angel. She doesn't need to make copies. Oh my god. Holy shit. That is the most Weiss response I have ever seen in my life. Skedaddle, skedoodle. Salem played with Ospin's noodle. Oh my god, I am a 5-year-old. How could someone get confused between a sphinx and a chimera? A chimera has the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and a snake tail. A sphinx is both Egyptian and Greek mythology, is a lion with a head of a human. Not technically true. A chimera can be a fusion of any animals, actually. There is the type you're talking about here, but a chimera is a amalgamation, big word, of a bunch of creatures. At least I've seen people use it that way. That's what I was saying by chimera. Is just like a fusion of stuff. I'm glad to see that the bottom of my comments literally is like 15 people saying just hi for meme's sake. Which which I guess is technically my fault. But ironically enough, the second that I say the meme, it's not the last comment. So, bravo. And then we got great comments like, stop doing reactions, give up. Thanks, buddy. That's some good criticism there, bud. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a reaction to the 3rd episode. What a doozy of an episode that took me 3 days to finish. I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. If you did, remember to subscribe. Leave a like down below and write a comment about the episode, because this comment section I really look forward to reading, because I really want to know your opinions about this whole shebang that happened before us. And what is your Jin ship name with me? I just want someone make pictures of me clapping her booties. Anyways, folks, I'll see you next time. I gotta take this guy's advice and stop reactions to everything. I'm just gonna stop reacting to life. I'm actually just gonna be just pure monotone and never, ever react to anything. I do wonder what made him write that comment, you know? Like, what was it? What was it about episode 2 that I did that just drove under his skin? There's something. I gotta get to the bottom of it.
He's like, I'm a purist. I like my reaction YouTubers to sit there and say nothing, and maybe a chuckle once in a while or go, ooh. But if they do more than one ooh, I will destroy them. Glinda for life.
Fuck you, Glinda fan.
Fuck you.